Welcome, welcome. It's November. Hey, everybody. The show is going to start in 1 minute. Welcome to the Tito Bonito Show. Tonight we have very special guests, Maxwell Poth and the incredible Charles Galin. And now, give it up for your host, the Cuban Missile Crisis of Burlesque, Tito Bonito! What's up, everybody, and welcome to... Wow, I'm surprised we're doing another episode of the Tito... I know, huh? The Tito Bonito Show. We're doing another episode. I am, of course, your host, the Cuban Missile Crisis of Burlesque, Tito Bonito. Thank you so much, Black Snake Production, for saying in the comments, Tito is so damn gorgeous. I appreciate that. I didn't do shit for that. That is Jesus, my mama, and my daddy that made that. But welcome. If you have not been to the show before, this is going to be basically my audition so that I can get a late night talk show, because as I always say, there are too many talk show hosts with the name Jimmy and James in it. So let's switch it up. Let's get some Cuban-ness up in there, and let's get me a late night talk show, y'all. Y'all can see me on NBC. Come on, late night. Come on, Vivo con Tito. Let's do it. I'll be on whatever network. I'll go on Telemundo. I don't give a fuck. But welcome to the Tito Bonito Show. What we're going to have tonight is a lot of fun. We have two incredible guests, and I'm so excited that you all are joining me. We clearly, the highlights love me. Thank you. We clearly are on a different day, same time, but we are moving to Mondays because it's just going to help a little bit easier. I think it was tough on Fridays to try to do that and make things work, so we're moving it to Mondays. Thank you so much for joining us. This is going to hopefully help you through your Monday blues. Today is Monday, November 2nd. Happy birthday to my nephew Luke, who I know for a fact is not watching this show right now. But it is Scorpio season, and yes, this is also my birthday month, y'all. Ooh, tremendo. Your boy's turning 36. I don't give a fuck. I'll tell y'all, 36 years old. I am so youthful looking, but I am getting up in the age. So if you want to send me some stuff, if you want to appreciate the fact that I am alive in this time, you know, I don't always say good things about birthdays because that's usually the parents that do all the hard work for the kids. But if you want to support me and my art, check me out on onlyfans.com. It's a good ass time /Tito Bonito. Or there's a little pinned comment on the bottom right now that you can Venmo, tip me, however you want. Also, for the guest tonight, if you've never been to the show before, there is a heart section right there that if you pump that like you're flicking your frijolito, then it'll appear to me as though you are applauding. So, no, my birthday is not the 27th. It's the 17th. Charles Galin, who will be later on in the show. Aren't you supposed to be backstage in the green room? But we're gonna have a good ass time, y'all. What else did I want to talk to you about? It is a rough ass time in this country right now, y'all. We have voting tomorrow. If you have not voted, I'm gonna need you to do that, and I'm gonna need you to vote for Biden, because if we have to pick the lesser of two evils, there is obviously one that is a little bit more evil than the other. So I would hope that we can instill in y'all the vote for love. Vote for a little bit more than self-righteousness and racism. Oh, you thought I was 27. Sorry, Charles. You not November 27. You thought I was 27, honey? Stop. Okay, let me not make this monologue completely dramatic and horrible. But I am very excited about both of our guests this evening. They are both incredible queer artists who I believe are actually adding love and light into the universe and into this world. So I am very excited to get to know them a little bit better tonight, as will you. Plus, we'll play some fun games with them in a little bit, y'all. So if you have any questions for any of the performers, please, there is a question mark box right here. You can click that, and then you can submit a question for Maxwell or for Charles. And if there's time, we will get to those questions in the show. But I digress. Are y'all ready to have a good time? Those hearts are telling me, y'all, that you are ready for your first performer for the evening. So let me do this because this is my damn self entertainment, and I'm gonna bring them on with a little bit of live band music. We're gonna try to update this now that we're on Mondays. He is from Los Angeles, California, an incredible queer photographer to the stars, a photojournalist and advocate, y'all. Please help me welcome none other than the fabulous, the sexy, and Maxwell Poth. With music, what? Hey!
Yeah.
Hi, handsome. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I set you up a little cute graphic. There you go, so that everyone can show Maxwell some love if you love him, because I know that you will.
I didn't even know you could do these graphics, honestly.
Don't sleep on Tito Bonito's Instagram skills.
I'm impressed. I really am.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing right now, baby?
I'm wonderful, excited for tomorrow, nervous for tomorrow. Have my cocktail. Mm-mm.
Listen, I have straight up vodka with the McDonald's straw. Let's go.
Hi, girl. Yeah, no, this is straight whiskey, so.
Shout out to the Zakar twins that are trying to act like you're just okay. Listen.
Yeah, whatever, guys.
Maxwell is one of the most incredible photographers in the country right now, not only saving lives, but snatching y'all's wigs with that talent.
Thank you.
I'm also very nervous for tomorrow. I'm gonna turn off these comments because all I can see is them and not you. But there you are. Handsome. Tom, what's going on with your life? How are you dealing? You've already voted, right?
Yeah, of course, yes. I voted like as soon as I could, honestly. So, yeah, voted for Biden.
Yes. Not to tell y'all how to vote, but we will this year.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm ready. But yeah, I voted for this lovely man and this wonderful woman, Kamala. I don't know if you've heard of her.
I have, yes.
Good, good.
No, we definitely are a team Biden up in here. Like that is not even, unfortunately, that is the lesser of two evils, but at least that is an obvious choice
Yes,
for right now.
obvious.
But tell me about you. Let's get to know Maxwell because we know each other a little bit. I worked with you on the Future Method
Yeah.
campaign. And
Yeah.
but you are an incredible photographer that not only has like, first of all, you started out as I don't even know how to say this word because I'm Cuban as shit, an epidemiologist.
I started out as an epidemiologist. Yes.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
is this? I tried to look what that was the study of, and I'm still confused.
Yeah, so it's very relevant to 2020. It is the study of diseases and epidemics. Mm-hmm.
So and then what made you turn from that into modeling and photography?
So I worked in the HIV/AIDS field for about 2 years, and then I was actually signed to. I don't really tell people this part a lot, but I was signed to a modeling agency.
Of course you were.
I modeled in New York City, and I did that for a little bit. I had some fun, to be honest, but it just was not really my thing, never really my dream. And I, at the same time, went through this like huge depression. And while I was going through that depression, I found a camera and I started taking pictures. And I found out when I was taking pictures, my depression kind of went away. And it was this really beautiful way for me to, live through a really hard time. And because I was a side model, I photographed all the models in my agency for practice. And then my agencies were all like, hey, we really like what you do. Do you actually want to like keep taking photos? And then I started making money for it. And then I found this passion, and it kind of just went into something there. And I'm very grateful for it, honestly, because it's led me to what my true passion is, which is kind of both.
Yeah. And then, so your passion, you're talking about, sorry, what was that?
Oh no, I was just saying it's kind of both now, like epidemiology and photography.
I love that. And then one of your big passions that you've been working on is Project Contrast. And that is an incredible nonprofit organization. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes. So I created a photo project about 3 years ago that was simply just starting to created to like raise awareness for queer youth. I started it in my home state due to the high suicide rates. The leading cause of death for ages 10 to 17 in my home state of Utah is teen suicide, and a lot of those kids taking their lives are here. And I have a big platform back home in Utah. So I decided to just create that photo project where I documented what it's like for these queer kids to live there. And so I took their photos, they write their stories, what makes them confident being so young and who they are today. And then at the end of their stories, they give advice to other queer youth just like them. And it did so well in my home state. So I was like, okay, I have to do more. So I turned it into a nonprofit, and now I take it nationally.
And you've been everywhere. Have you been to every state yet?
No, not every state, but just about. I've been to half of the country.
That's
Mm-hmm.
pretty incredible though, because it's like that's a project that if I mean, I think I'm at least like a decade older than you, but it's like if I had seen or even heard about something like that in my high school, like around even middle school, that would have been something that would have definitely helped me through my years of depression and trying to figure out that I was queer and finding out how to deal with my sexuality. So it's definitely one of those things where it's like looking at it, looking at the promos for it. It is so heartwarming, but it's also like so incredibly necessary. And it's like, if I can't applaud you enough, hold on, let me get some. I can. I was like, I can get some sound
Sizzle.
effects for you, bitch. This is because it's true. It is honestly. I'm gonna cut it off like that so we know it's a sound effect. But it's true because it's honestly, I do believe that it will absolutely help anybody that is struggling to a point where they feel like they can't deal with it anymore. And just understanding, because I always do think that when people go through trauma, the best, for lack of better phrasing, is just finding other people that have gone through similar things and succeeded and gone past it.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely. And a big point of our project is to make it relatable. We want to focus on the people stuck in these rural communities and living there, and actually highlight them, and not just the people that have left and it did get better. You know what I mean? So it's definitely it's my passion project. I love it so much. 2020, even though it's been rough, really was a blessing in disguise. I built my team even more. We're a team of 5 now,
Wow.
and it's just like it's just so fun. It's beautiful work, and it's just, yeah, there's so much more to come, and I'm really excited to start sharing.
I'm very excited to see what's going to come. Have you felt like I mean, I know I started this show kind of during like right in the peak of the pandemic. So do you feel like right now things are opening up a little bit more for you as far as work, or do you still feel like right now it's basically focusing on just us getting better as a nation?
I mean, I definitely have opened up a little bit to work, but not like a crazy amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it all just depends on the country and how it's going to be. But I plan to do my best to, keep the project going next year. And of course it will, but, just with precautions.
Really quick, because we're getting some questions, but none of them are questions that I can ask you. The comments are off, ladies and gentlemen, because I want you to see Maxwell's beautiful face. And if I were to turn that on, look how aggressive that looks. That looks aggressive, y'all. If you want to comment for Maxwell, you can put it in the question mark box, an actual question, and we will ask if it's appropriate. Maybe, maybe I would just read it to myself. Uh,
Whatever.
just I'm gonna leave it up for a second because we will have this playing on IGTV later where people won't read the comments anyways. But
Go
your
ahead.
say that again.
I don't mind it there. Whatever works.
Okay. Well, I do. One of my favorite things that you promote and you generously say is you are loved. I think that's something that people need to hear. It's kind of like this year, I think people have been lacking hugs this year, but I think before this, just hearing you are loved is such an important thing. How did that develop? Was that something based off of It Gets Better, or was it just how did that come about?
So it pretty much started. I've been asked that question before, and it really just like started naturally. I think it started right when Project Contrast was, or at least my photo project started, and I would just meet all these kids in Utah, and they would just kind of like cry and tell me their stories and tell me they feel alone. So I would always just be like, "You are loved," and like I would just keep saying that and keep saying that, and then one day I put it on my story, and people were like, "Oh, this is so sweet," and then I literally can't even tell you when but I just kept doing it, and I've just been doing it literally every day for 3 years, and it's definitely become like a trademark thing that I do. And people every day send me like tattoos they've even gotten of it, or signs like daily I get it, and it's really great, and it's a beautiful, simple message that has
And
not.
it is a simple message, but it's like, I mean, that's why I always say it's important to use words in the right way, because it's like, yeah, 3 words can mean like a paragraph, a fucking thesis for people. Like it's so important to continue to spread positivity, especially within all communities. But like ours is just so innate in us to be so negative and to feel so alone. So to have people like you and other artists, it's just like, bro, like I wish I could hug your fucking ass right now. I just love you so much and I love what you're doing and I honestly can't wait to see how it just progresses and what continues from it.
Yeah, me
Cuz you
too.
are like
It's
your
great.
website alone is stunning. Like you've
Thank
shot some of my
everyone.
idols. Everybody what?
Everyone says that, and I'm like, really? Okay, thanks.
Because
Yeah,
yeah, it is like the actual content of it is amazing, but just even the amount of work and the amount of celebrities you, and I know that celebrities don't need to be put in a pedestal of importance, but it there are idols within those celebrities that you are shooting that are incredible, like Ricky Martin,
yeah,
Nicole Scherzinger.
yeah. Hmm.
Who has there been an artist or person that you photographed in all this time that has stood out to you?
You know, it's all, I've had so many full circle moments of being like, holy crap, Max, like you used to dance to him in your mirror when you were a child or something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, Ricky Martin definitely was a full circle moment for me. It was really funny. There was this one part where I'm photographing him. I photographed him for this magazine. And we're on this giant ottoman, like huge. And his team is there, my team is there. Their watch, you know, it's just kind of how it goes. And he's lying down on the ottoman, and I was like standing around him, and he grabs my ankle and he goes, "You can straddle me," and I like how he said it, and then all of a sudden the room goes silent, and I straddle Ricky Martin, and everyone's phone goes up, like my team goes and records it. And I have so much stuff, but it was just like still funny. I grabbed it. She like grabbed my ankle and like looked me in the eye. And he's like you know, like you can straddle me, and I was like,
You're like, bet. You're like, I look how red I turned.
yeah. No, I've had fun moments. I've met a lot of fun people, a lot of like good like celebrities. They've all been great. I haven't really necessarily had a bad moment, but I can say it's just there's been a lot of full circles for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's I mean incredible. And to think, I mean, you're hella young though. You're still in your what, mid 20s?
Yeah, I'm 27 now. Mhm.
Okay, yeah, so it's still pretty young. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, 10 years. Wow, baby. We love seeing the young generations be more and more involved, more political, more
Yeah,
about more than just our own families, more about the community, because it is like it's so important. And I always think it's funny, especially not to like talk too crazy about politics, but how we always say stuff like we the people, how united states, and
hmm,
yet we love it. Almost seems like people love to be as diverse and be like separated from each other and not united, even if your actual like beliefs are so contrary to someone else. It's like almost innate in us to be like, you live over there and I live over here, but we're still called the United
yeah,
States.
yeah,
So
definitely. And I think it's really important. If you have a platform, you should use it.
absolutely
And I'm
a
a
hundred percent.
spoken person. I'm always saying what I think, you know, respectfully, but I definitely share my opinion.
And we love that because that's the thing. I do think that younger generations, each younger generation that comes through, sees the work that the other generations did that did not help the cause in whatever way we mean. But it's like we see that these things aren't working. They're like fundamental differences that we know can change things. And it's important because when I talk to older, because I'm Cuban as shit, so we tend to be hella Republican and crazy. And it's like when I talk to older family members, I have learned that some of the things that they actually believe and feel is so fundamentally different that
Yeah,
it's like hard to even have conversations. Or like the famous, it's politics, it's difficult, I give up, I'm old. And it's
yeah,
like, but you literally can make a difference. Like even if you're 79,
yeah.
you can.
Anyone,
And I would never want to be so afraid of actually trying to make change that I just give up. Because to me, it's like, what is the point of that? And I think that's why we gravitate to art, because art is that political way of expressing yourself, but also like helping our culture.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. And I never really found art until later, and I'm really glad I did because it's just such a beautiful form of expression and yeah, really keeps me grounded.
Same. And actually, even what you said earlier about depression, it's like I feel that all the time, even as somebody who's been performing for 10 years, I feel it all the time where it still clicks in and I'm like, I don't want to do this. And it's almost like I've had to train my brain to be like, every time you don't want to do something, it's like when you don't want to go out and then you go out and have a good time. It's
Yeah.
like once you create something and like finish it or even just get it to the point where it can be finished, it always just gives you that little bit of like adrenaline to like keep going. And it's one of those things that I always hope that in my brain, no matter what happens, I can always just be like, you don't feel good right now, go make something.
Yeah,
Like,
totally. Yeah. Yeah, and
so
then discouraged, you know what I mean? It's so easy for artists to feel discouraged and compare themselves with others and just focus on you. Focus on what you want to do, what you want to make, because your art is different than theirs. And so what's the point of comparing yourself to them?
and it's true, like you can compare yourself in a healthy way, but like you said, it's just super important to realize that you have your own voice. And it's like that took me way too long to realize because once I realized that with burlesque, no one would have ever told me male burlesque fucking 20 years ago. Um but I do appreciate the fact that it's like I like that someone just commented right now in the questions to introduce ourselves. That is Maxwell. His name is right there. You can tip him and find out more information. We'll put his website and the Project Contrast website. And then my name is right there because I look like the logo, right? So that's introducing ourselves for the people that are Cuban and tuned in late. Maxwell, you are an inspiration. You are incredible. I also know that you're humble, so you may not want to hear compliments like that, but I am a host and I love bragging about people that I believe are good humans and then great artists as well, because that's super rare. Yes, Kelly, I don't know who that person was that didn't know who Max is, but you can write that in all capital letters to be angry about it because that person will learn after this episode. Maxwell, is there anything you want to promote, mention, or tell the children before we do a little special game?
Um, Not really. I I really work hard on this project and I really work hard to amplify these kids' stories. So if you want, if you know anyone or any kids or anyone that works in the LGBT community in other states, share the project, share our books, there's so much on there and it just can really help and it's just by spreading the word, spreading the project. I'm pretty excited. I'm just working on a new book project. I just got like a book deal, so that's going to be like my next big thing with the project. So just look out for that.
Yes, we will definitely be looking out, and I'll make sure to put in the links to your official website and Project Contrast website in the caption for this show, but it's projectcontrast.org and maxwellpoth.com. And I should have been consensual with this, but do you want to play a fun game with me, Maxwell?
Totally, yeah, I'm so up for that.
Cute, 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 cute. It's going to be a good time. I was trying to do something special with you, so we're going to play a very special edition of Never Have I Ever. Don't worry, I did not go too crazy on the questions. The idea is just to have fun and so people can get to know you a little bit more without, and you can always Bravo Andy Cohen plead the fifth on it. So don't worry about that. Okay? Do you have a drink, a vice to...
I have a drink, yes.
And we know how to play this. I'm going to say, never have I ever done something that I haven't done. And if you've done it, you can take a drink. If not, you can just judge me.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Okay, first, it's going to be real quick. Never have I ever been to a drive-in movie.
Oh, absolutely. I love driving movies.
Yeah, you can take a drink. I actually spilled my vodka when you told me the Ricky Martin story, so I'm just gonna...
I mean, if you were to spill your vodka for something, that's a good reason.
It's literally that. Yo, for real. That was a good one. Okay, never have I ever farted while being intimate with someone.
Oh, definitely. You've never have?
No, I actually haven't.
I mean, my like farts all the time.
I don't really ever. I kind of go very crazy on cleaning it and making sure it's tootable. Wow. FYI, y'all. Okay, never have I ever, and I really should do this. Never have I ever lied on a resume.
Oh, I've definitely relied on resumes. Like, not since, I don't know, I haven't used a resume in a long time because I've been self-employed, but like, I'm pretty sure I definitely lied on resumes because, like, how the fuck are they gonna know?
Well, I was always like, let me say that I used to be the director of Toys R Us. Who are you going to call? I used to work for Enron. Who are you going to call? Who are you going to call about it? Okay, we got two more. These are going to be, oh no, yeah, we got three more. Never have I ever, and I definitely should do this one, gone commando at a funeral.
No, I don't think I've ever gone commando at a funeral, but like in the summer, I can go commando often.
No, it's the fucked up of the funeral that I'm trying to go for. Never have I, because I actually had a conversation about that once, but that's for another episode. Never have I ever, this is the last one, voted for Trump.
I have never voted for that piece of trash.
Wait, yes! Okay, yes! We love that. Thank you so much, Maxwell Poth, for joining us and sharing a little bit more about yourself. You know that I think you are the motherfucking jam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make sure if you're watching the show later and you're watching it on VHS, you make sure that you can tip Maxwell, or you can send if you want to send it to Cash App or PayPal, send it to me, put his name in it, and I will send it to Maxwell Poth. I know y'all ain't doing that shit, but I just want to say it in case somebody has a Black American Express card watching this show. Maxwell, have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope we can have you back soon.
Thanks for having me. You are loved. Mwah.
You are loved as well. Say bye to Maxwell, everyone. We love Mr. Poth. Yes, that is such a man, y'all. Poof, an incredible queer photojournalist, photographer. I wish that I found a camera in my life when I was younger, because I probably wouldn't be a stripper now. Ooh, this is a question for Maxwell. Are you single? I believe not. So sorry, Faria. We do want to shout out Coco Lamar, who is in the chat right now, because she will actually be a special guest on next week's episode. And I think we just got literally just got breaking news right this second that we will also have Yoli Mayor next week on the show, as well as Coco Lamar. So we're going to have two dynamic voices, two incredible singers on this show tomorrow, next Monday, November 9th at 7 p.m. Pacific. So make sure to check it out. They are the motherfucking jam. And you know how I do every time this show airs. I try to find out if I am a fucking croqueta, y'all. So let's do this real quick. Croquetas, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. And then we're going to bring on our next guest. Croquetas. Okay, that's fine. Y'all, what else do I want to tell you really quick before we continue on with the show? Remember to, if you like my stupidity, I am a burlesque comedian, instructor, and performer. If you want to be judged, you bring an act to me. I will do a little peer review for you, private lessons, whatever you want. We can do it socially distanced. Or I'm also in the San Diego area. So if you want to wear a mask and come up into a studio with me, we can hang out. I can help you be a little bit better. Or I could just yell at you the whole time, whatever you feel like will help your creative process. But I digress. I am ready to bring on our next guest, who is joining us tonight. They are an incredible drag king extraordinaire and a comedic genius, and I 110% believe that. So please, without any further ado, show some love to the incomparable Charles Galin. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you doing, sir? Ooh, wait. I got a little tip for you. There you go. Yes. You have to have a moment too. What's up, sir?
What's up? What's up? Hi, hello. Oh my
Oye,
God.
tremendo latino en la casa ahora. Oye, se parece como está fumando marihuana, chupando una...
¿Sabes qué? Pero no sé, pero que sí, güey.
Did you just do a performance right now? Or did you get this dressed up and dolled up just for us?
I don't know. It's just for you, I think. I don't fucking know.
Ooh, listen, if you are learning about Charles Galin, first of all, there's an incredible article with the Voyager LA that I I used today to change the game that we're gonna play today. So we'll find that out later in the show. But Charles Galen is not only an incredible drag king, but a fantastic comedian. And when I learned a little bit more about you and how pantomime got you into performing, it fucking made sense. It made
Oh,
sense. You have a very incredible story of how many inspirations have come into your life, such as oh, I almost said Charles Galen.
what? That's
You,
me. I
you
inspire myself everything.
you inspire me though, because like I say a million times, in 2018 at the Secret Circus, I saw Charles Galen perform a number that used to horrify me when I was a child. Du Hast Rammstein song. I don't even know how to say their names because I'm fucking scared of them.
Yeah.
And it was so incredible. It was so dynamic. It was when, you know, when you fall in love with a performer immediately and you're like, God, I hope they're not crazy so I can be their best friend. And
And look
luckily,
at
you're
us.
both. Charles, tell me about your life. How'd you get into this performance? What made you become this incredible drag king in Los Angeles?
My mother pushed me out of her vagina after 36 hours. And then around like 16 years later, she turned on the TV and said, "Look, there's a weird TV show just like you." And it happened to be RuPaul's Drag Race. I thank that show, but fracking. And then during that time, I was also in theater arts. I was learning more of honing some skills that I'm still learning, but every day we all learn and it's all right. Keep learning and practicing, y'all.
From
You
your
know the
lips
whole
to
record?
hit their ears up there.
Thanks. So that was like around ninth grade. Yeah. Oh, 2009. I'm 26, by the way. Hi.
God, I'm so old, y'all. These young ass
All
artists.
experienced.
But do you have a favorite? We'll talk about that for a second. But do you have a favorite RuPaul's Drag Race star? And you better say Shea Coulee.
This is my top. This is my top.
Yeah, it better be top.
Yeah.
It's also okay to have inspirations that don't always stay your wholehearted inspiration, because like you say RuPaul's Drag Race fracking, I can always say that with one of my shows that I remember helped me come out, Queer as Folk on Showtime. I remember as a kid being mind blown by it, but at the same time as an adult now, or even a few years ago, I was like, where are the Latinos? Where are the Black people? Where are the Asians? Like, literally, none of them exist in this show. And then it made me realize that maybe that's why I didn't completely connect to it, and that there was a place for our stories still to be told, which I love. Because, like RuPaul, not giving that space to the performers who really do make drag the art that it is. They're
Mhm.
they're opening for people like Lulay Brothers who have Dragula and stuff like that. It's coming through and helping me to realize that I hope this year, with all of us having to do this by ourselves, we'll continue to create art for people that aren't just limited to the mainstream.
SOA, SOP, wait, yeah. The words of
It's a-
drag queen.
Wait,
But yeah.
yeah, I was gonna do this moment for that speech I just did. I am so crazy. Pero mi amor, mira, you have been, first of all, I do want to shout out the fact that you were in, and you can watch it right now, the Pansy Craze. I know we have a hangover for Halloween, but you are in the Pansy Craze Peep Show's Halloween show that you can watch on YouTube right now, because we made $50 on it. So, and
Yeah!
Charles paid $10 of it, so I'm not even paying for that. You can't pay for your own show. This isn't a rock band. So you
Live
can
for
still
my
watch
mama.
it on YouTube. Check out Cuban Missile Series, Pansy Craze Peep Show Halloween Show. Charles, you are literally so incredible. Your performances, how many acts do you have? Do you even know?
I,
Yeah, that many.
I, I,
Do you have a
I,
favorite?
uh, top three. I'm gonna say it. Du hast,
Better.
Rammstein, Rasputin, and then I only performed it once. It was to a song that just repeated one word, the
Oh,
bat, and I was dressed as Mad Hatter.
I saw
And
that.
it was so fun, and then I just felt I was vibing with everybody. It was like the shit.
But you know, and I feel like I'm doing this whole segment for you, but it's just the way I fucking. It's just the way I fucking feel. You are one of the most incredible artists that have seamlessly transitioned from live theater to video. Do you think that there's a reason why you are able to do that? Do you think it's drag helping you, or do you think that it's just something that you already had that skill and you want and this allowed you to showcase it?
Both, because I am always, this fucking face. My whole life, I've always liked cinema. I've always liked, oh look, there's a camera. What does that do? And then for practice, in my mind, I pretend there's a camera here, and I just look, and it won't face. Okay, here's my hand. There's a camera. I'm pretending, and I'm looking at it, and then I look this way to cheat, and I'll pretend, oh, I'm getting used to an imaginary camera, so that can help me in the future in different films or different projects.
I bet you
And
were
then
doing this as a kid.
I was, but not holding it. I was pretending it was there.
Listen, me too. I used to literally act out the Spice Girls live in Istanbul and the live from Wembley when they lost Jerry. Full concerts in my room. And I used to pretend that I was each Spice Girl. And I knew all of their vocals. I knew all of how they held the microphone, how some of them would, Posh would be a little pointy, Baby would be a little cutie. I would do all of that, and I appreciate that because I do think that we knew as kids what we're going to be as adults, even if we didn't know what art.
Right.
But you've been
It was just
performing.
an important.
You performed for the first time in 2013, but you've been performing regularly for the last 2 years. What's your favorite show besides Pansy Craze Peep Show? I'm kidding.
That'd be great show.
Good answer. Tribe?
Thanks.
Tribe is also
Tribe.
your favorite? Yeah.
Tribe, the one that was at that beautiful bar.
The Falls Lounge. Oh my God. I don't even know what things are going to be like when we get back to it, but all I know is we are still going to be making art.
You bet your ass. Me and you are going to be making that art, and we're going to be collaborating soon.
Actually, that is the perfect segue into the suggestion box. I just came up with that segment right now. We have a suggestion box, so we want you to come up with our duet, y'all. And right now, all I can think of is A Night at the Roxbury. But so besides A Night at the Roxbury, I want to make sure that we come up with some sort of duet because just like me and Tito found our duet, I know that there is one ready for us. So if you have any ideas out there, ladies and gentlethems watching in the viewing world, I love this. That's a screenshot right there, y'all. Please make sure to send that to us because I know for a fact we would make some magic on stage.
I agree.
I forgot about what else that we tried to come up with when we were texting a couple months ago about that.
Joker, Batman.
Oh!
Joker and Robin fighting each other to be with Batman.
You are literally Joker. You are absolutely, and not the crazy misogynist character, the fun-loving, homicidal, yet comedic, wonderfully hilarious human being. Look at you.
Thank you.
Papito, what is up for you? What's coming up next? What projects do you have in the works? Do you have any? Or are you what's your next coming shows?
My next coming shows is Live Artist Live. Despair Repair. A beautiful collaborations. I sent my video already. I can't wait with a beautiful performer. The name is Kareem. And you could go visit and register. It's free. It's free. Visionsandvoices.usc.edu. Oh, that is this weekend. Friday and Saturday. That's
Oh,
one show. And then, oh my God, both on Princess TV on Twitch. Shit, it's gonna be great. The first one is the 1 year anniversary of Princess. Mwah.
we
On
love
November
Princess here.
20th.
We stand Princess forever here at the Tito Bonito Show.
Tito Bonito show loves Princess, and it's gonna be a 1 year anniversary on Princess TV on November 26th. And then the next one is celebrating Rubella Spreads, DJ Rubella Spreads, beep, 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 beep. Birthday on November 30th. Chicas Fácil, puro
I'm gonna
Latinx
go talk to
song.
her ass. Why didn't I get an invite to this show? Why am I not performing for Rubella? I'm gonna go email. It's not your answer. You don't have to answer that. You're like, please don't take my gigs. I cannot take none of your gigs. You are.
We'll share it. That
But you
one's
know
on
what?
November 20th.
You know what? Speaking of Princess and 1 year anniversaries, the last live gig that you did before COVID was what?
Pansy Craze 1 year anniversary at Red Line. Give him Mr. Crisis.
You performed an act that is so it fills my belly, and you also I like when you come up with stuff, do you come up with the character first or the story or the music? Or is it
It's
different
my
every time?
birthday. It's different every time, but I would say it is 80% the song, 20% everything else. Because when a song comes, I love it so much. I listen to the lyrics and try to like see how would a character would feel about these lyrics, or how would they use it in their actions. And I love cinema a lot, so I like to interchange characters and lyrics, and then I just come up with movement and like different things, you know.
Oh my god, I love that so much. Charles, I want to play a game.
Yeah, I want to play a game with you too, Sonny boy.
Do you want to play a game with me? Because you know I still need consent
I give you full consent to play a game with me and you.
to play a game.
Because
So Charles was going to be on the show a couple weeks ago, but we had an emergency. But I have upgraded the game today, so we're still going to be able to play it with a special little twist at the end that I'm for sure hoping will crack Charles Galin's character. So if we can do that, y'all, we succeeded here at the Tito Bonito Show, and you can catch us every Monday. If we fail, the show is canceled and not getting picked up for a second season. So we're going to try this really quick. It's called Fuck, Marry, and Kill. And we dun dun dun, and we do know how to play this, right?
yes, it's a person who want to have sexual intercourse, and then they want to have like a union, a civil union, and then you want to murder them so they can leave this world sooner.
You know, you can do the same symbol for all of those. You can be like fuck, you can be like marry, or you can be like kill. Okay, I'm done. So we're gonna play Marry and Kill, and it's gonna be amazing. So first off, remember I might put more than 3 people. So just exclude. You're gonna kill everyone basically that you don't fucking marry. So your first one is the entire white ass cast of Jackass. And if you don't want to include only white people in this, we will allow you to substitute Eric Andre into this because we feel like he can be a part of this.
I agree with that statement. Okay,
So who would you fuck, marry, and kill?
I was thinking, was processing in my mind.
Don't say Preston that you would fuck because that's hot and I would watch that.
I would let you film it and edit it and everything.
And put it on my
Okay, wait.
OnlyFans.
Oh my god. Okay, full Marry and Kill. I would marry Eric Andre, everyday constant randomness. I would kill Johnny Knoxville because he deserves rest. His eye bags are very. He needs to rest. And then, so I would marry Eric, kill Johnny Knoxville, and then Brian Dunn, R.I.P. Fuck him.
No, I wanted to say it too. But honestly, I just feel like this entire cast probably has really good dick, but it smells bad.
They don't shower.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things that I feel it's always been enticing about them. They look hot, but they also look like they smell hot too.
Dude, there was one interview where they challenged each other to see who would not shower the most.
Oh yeah, no, we used to, funny enough, my youth group used to have Jackass Sundays.
Oh.
So that showed you how much we had faith in our Lord. Y'all, all right, we're gonna do an emo edition now of this game. So this emo edition is gonna have a lot of dudes in this. So I'm sorry there's so many dudes. I didn't really think this one through, but we'll fix it in the end. Okay, this one is My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, and Panic at the Disco. And you can use them as a collective. Like, you can do it as a collective. You don't have to do it individual people. You could be like, I would marry Panic at the Disco. Kidding me?
Thanks for the memories. Okay. Mary. My Chemical Romance.
You would marry My Chemical Romance?
Yeah.
We like
I love them. Even with the Umbrella Academy. Okay.
Remember, don't cough, it's a pandemic.
and I would.
You have to fuck one now.
I know. I've always wanted to, so Fall Out Boy.
Ooh.
I'll kill Panic because they need a rest too, man.
They need to write these songs. What is it? The songs about tragedy? Something. I don't know. That's a lot of emotion.
Not tragedy.
I get a lot of emotions when I listen to emo music, and I used to cry to Blink-182's Stay Together for the Kids, and my parents were in a healthy relationship.
Right? That's such a beautiful song, and I agree. Crying is good. Cry is good.
I mean, it is good. Speaking of crying, you might cry over the finale of this game.
I'm ready.
Are you ready for this?
No.
I know you're not. So this is your final edition in the game Fuck, Marry, and Kill. You are going to play the Inspiration Edition. Ooh, your face. And here we go. So we have Charlie Chaplin, I blocked his face, Tim Robbins, and Landon Sider. Let us know of your inspirations. Well, I don't know if Tim Robbins is, but you work at you were learning at the Actors Gang, which he is the artistic director of. So we're gonna put that there, and I'm gonna pretend to be him. Hold on, watch this. Oh, you can see the green screen.
Exactly, like do the eyes, yes. The eyebrows too. He's always like, But when he smiles, like, Okay.
Can I guess who you would pick and then see if it's right?
Okay, wait, here, hold on. Yes. For 1 second, let me sort them out. Okay, I would, yes. And then, yes. Okay, you're ready, go.
Okay, I believe that you would fuck Charlie Chaplin, you would marry Landon Sider, and you would kill Tim Robbins, even though you don't want to.
1/3 of the way right.
So you would marry Landon Sider, you would kill Charlie Chaplin. Oh, okay. So you would marry Tim Robbins, you would marry Charlie Chaplin, you would fuck Landon Sider, and you would kill Tim Robbins, even though you don't want to.
Rest too. He needs to rest.
Don't have me screaming up in this live. It's gonna mess up the audio. That is amazing. That was a good ending for the game, right?
That was beautiful. Thank you. I love seeing their faces. Oh, bye.
I know. I love them too. I was trying to put more female. I'm really bad at Fuck, Marry, Kill. I'm trying to learn stuff, but I'm also trying to do it in a way where I don't have to ask you, so I play the game like that. But Charles, you've been such a good time. You know that I think you are one of the greatest performers of our time. You know that, right? I don't care. I'm going to brag about every guest that I have on this show today because I love them so much. Charles Galen, is there anything you would like to tell the guests before we have to unfortunately bid you farewell?
Yes.
What would you like to tell the children?
Fuck everybody and do what makes you happy.
Unless it's voting for Trump, then vote for Biden.
Unless you're gonna kill someone or sacrifice someone
Hurt somebody,
and
yeah.
tell them. Yeah. Okay, let me change again. I love you all. Thank you for having me, my beautiful Tito Bonito. Cuban little crisis. Please go. Oh my gosh, come on. Please go. Support art. Support yourself. Support the people that need support. And most of all, vote the motherfucker out.
Out. Bye. Biden says bye, Biden. Bye. Oh, why did I do the same? Let me stop. Charles, I love you so much. I hope that we can have you back. Hopefully, when we come up with a duet, we can maybe share what it is. So remember that suggestion box moment, y'all. Send us some ideas. We got Night at the Roxbury on the table. We got Joker and Robin fighting over Batman up in this. So we got some good ones. So we'll let you know when we figure out a good one. But Charles Galen, I love you with all of my heart. Thank you so much for being a part of this show tonight.
Likewise, my Tito Bonito. I love you.
I love you more than that. You are literally the shit. Everyone show some love to Charles Galen, even though there's only 3 people now, but there's going to be more watching on IGTV and YouTube later. But I love you so much. Show some love. Make sure to tip Charles Galen. And if you want, put all your savings in it, you know, because you will get that money back with entertainment. Okay. So look at that face. I just want you to spit in my throat and call me negative things.
You deserve all the things you need in your life, and make sure to clean your dirty ass toilet.
That's for everyone. You are loved. Give it up one more time for Charles Galen. We love you. Bye. Say goodbye to Charles Galen, everyone. And that is the end of the show for this week, y'all. We appreciate you so much for joining us. One more time for our very special guests, queer photographer and advocate Maxwell Poth and comedic genius, drag king extraordinaire Charles Galen. We are very excited. Remember that next week we have 2 very special guests, singers Coco Lamar and Yoli Mayor, LA and Miami queens, who will be playing some fun games, and we'll be getting to know them a little bit better. So make sure you check us out. Before I go, I will say you can catch me live at the public viewings of our rehearsals in San Diego for the Ooh La La Review. Our next shows are November 14th and November 28th. So make sure you check that out. You can follow us at Ooh La La Review. And make sure that you tell them that I sent you when you come and check us out. Also, make sure to support me. OnlyFans. It's only $7 a month. I had to raise the price because you need to give yourself a raise even during a pandemic every once in a while, y'all. And I'm getting a little bit of a gander at the goods now. So you're going to make sure you want to follow and subscribe and show me some love. Also, remember, tomorrow is a big day, so the anxiety is going to be up. Make sure you are woosahing and being as centered as possible, because once you voted, it's out of your grasp now, y'all. It's out of your grasp. Just let go and let God, okay? And God is non-binary, so remember that. I don't care what Ariana Grande says. And also be kind to each other, but most of all yourself, because that's super important, y'all. And we will see you next Monday and every Monday after that at our new time here at the Tito Bonito Show. I am your host, the Cuban Missile Crisis, Tito Bonito, and you are welcome. Bye. Make good choices. I worry about you. Bye. Oh, wait, I can turn on the comments for a second. I love y'all. Bye.